What's going on, guys? Hope everything is well and this reaches you well. Yes, I am back, and today is the 11th of April, and I'm back with this message. So, breaking news, as you can see by the title of this video and everything else, that rapper, aka South African local rapper. If you don't know who he is, just look him up. He is quite well known in these parts of the world. And he lost I think it was his fiancée. Her name is Nellie. So just check out the news reports about that. It's quite flashing a little bit. And what I want to say is this, and I don't want to speak too much about the speculation as to what happened and everything else, because the family released a statement and they just want to keep certain things private about their beloved daughter, and aka just pretty much completed a traditional ceremony which would make Nelly his quote unquote, I guess, wife under customary marriage or indigenous law. I'm not too, if I'm not mistaken, but again, I'm speculating on this. And again, it was also alleged that it could have been a suicide. I'm not too sure if that's what people were saying, that on Twitter threads, and I don't want to be the one sued here, but that's what's been said for the most part. And the main crux of the issues that what I want to focus on is that mainly what you see people sometimes, and what is going on in terms of because what's been reported is that they were out and about, out in the town, and sharing pictures and everything on Instagram, and everything just within hours. And she apparently passed away in the wee hours of this morning, and it was just done. It was done, and in meaning that, how people sort of present themselves on social media sometimes is not exactly what is truly going on. So you're just getting the highlights and the take, as in the movie edit and the movie take, but you don't see the behind the scenes as to actually what's going on. So yes, people, it's just one must just always remember that especially in this world of super voyeurism and everything else, that you do not necessarily want the things that you have no concept of as to what it took to acquire. Now, let me explain. Like, what one should focus on, and when you have a relationship with God, is that, like, I'll refer again to 1 John 5:14, that when you pray and pray according to what God's will, and find out what's God's will for your life, okay, so that you may then receive what is right for you. Now, in this situation, this is not to say that I'm casting any sort of judgment or any sort of unwarranted opinion, or just to opine that I know something that, oh, that is wrong here, and I don't even know any of this, because the only thing I knew is that about this whole thing was that was only from last week, that I didn't realize that AKA actually paid lobola and was engaged, or and was supposed to get married. So this is not to say that I'm trying to give something that without knowing the facts of what's happening, and that's not right. So I'm not trying to slander anything, but at the same time, um, when um, when certain questions need to be asked, especially something like this, sometimes it's always good to provide answers. Otherwise, people are just going to speculate, and with that, I'm just going to also say that if the rumors are true that this was likely a suicide, or allegedly one, I don't know, then it says that quite a lot was happening behind the scenes that no one knew about, perhaps not even AKA himself. And sometimes people, when they go in, and she was only 22 years old, so that's quite a young age to get married. And not to say that that it's wrong or anything. Let's just let me just put it out there. It's just that there's clearly a lot that the lady perhaps just did not heal from, and I'm only going on that assumption. If yeah, if it was not something that was completely um, unintentional, it was just a tragic accident for some odd reason, then of course I'll be the first to take it back and say I'm wrong and say, yeah, but I was only speculating, only alleging. And yes, and now at this point in time, apparently AKA is very, very hurt, and I can imagine how the family's feeling. And all I can say is Godspeed and God heals. I just hope that everybody finds healing in this situation. And yes, God be with the family and everybody else in this whole situation, and be with AKA. Hopefully, we can hear more about this and we can find out exactly what happened. Maybe now's not the time. Maybe you'll put it into music. But yes, I just feel like it's a story that needs to be told so that people can just stop speculating for one instance. And and when you're an artist, and especially when you've been given success and you've been blessed with success, yes, of course there's certain things that always need to be, yeah, between two people. I mean, this was a relationship, but at the same time there were also certain moments that were shared with the public and in the public domain. So I guess it's just fair to have some sort of disclosure and have some sort of closure for everyone involved, and also to facilitate the healing, because nothing penetrates better than the truth and gets to the heart better than the truth. So let's hope we just get it one day. And but for now, let's just pray for everyone involved in the family, and Godspeed. And hopefully, yes, the lady knew Jesus before she was taken. And yes, people, if, like I'm saying, I'm only going on what is allegedly presented, that it was a suicide, and I'm saying to the youth, and take it from me as a guy who lost a friend to suicide, a very good friend of mine, and it's never the solution. There's just so much hurt that gets left behind, for one, and also, when you're living the will of God, right? That would never be something that is presented to you. You've never seen it anywhere in the Bible. So let me just say that. Yes, you could say it is your life, but you're also God's child at the end of the day. So people, just remember that, eh? But anyway, like I said, I'm just alleging. I hope that is not the case. Much love and light. Peace.